Learning English, Intermediate Grammar, Modal Verbs. Welcome to our English language learning video series. In this video, we will dive into the fascinating world of modal verbs and explore the topic of habits in the past. Specifically, we will focus on negative forms and questions related to expressing past habits using modal verbs. So, let's get started. When talking about habits in the past, we often use modal verbs such as used to and would. These modal verbs can be easily transformed into their negative forms by adding the word not after the modal verb. Let's take a look at some examples. Positive form: I used to play tennis every weekend. Negative form: I didn't used to play tennis every weekend. Positive form: she would visit her grandparents regularly. Negative form: she wouldn't visit her grandparents regularly. Remember, when using the negative form of modal verbs, it is important to place not immediately after the modal verb. Now let's move on to forming questions to talk about past habits using modal verbs. To create a question, we generally invert the subject and the modal verb. Let's see some examples. Positive statement: they would swim in the lake. Question form: would they swim in the lake? Positive statement: he used to travel a lot. Question form: did he used to travel a lot? In the question form, we use the auxiliary verb did to help form the question, and the main verb remains in its base form without the infinitive marker, to. It's time for a little practice exercise to reinforce what we've learned. I will provide you with a sentence, and you have to transform it into a negative form or a question using the appropriate modal verb. Ready? Let's go. 1. Positive form: she used to live in London. 2. Negative form: she didn't used to live in London. 3. Question form: did she used to live in London? 4. Positive form: we would eat ice cream every day. 5. Negative form: we wouldn't eat ice cream every day. 6. Question form: would we eat ice cream every day? Great job! Keep practicing to master these forms. Congratulations! You've made it through this lesson on negative forms and questions when expressing past habits using modal verbs. Remember, when forming the negative forms, place not after the modal verb, and for questions, invert the subject and the modal verb. Practice these forms regularly to become more comfortable using them in your English conversations. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope it has been helpful in your English language learning journey. Stay tuned for more exciting lessons on intermediate grammar. See you next time.